Hi crafters, it's Jenny here from Picture to Page and Beyond, bringing you the Papercraft Fundamentals video series, and today we are concentrating on dry adhesives. What are adhesives, you might ask? Okay, well, adhesives are a substance that you can use to stick one product to another product, whether that be paper, wood, metal, any kind of product. So that's what an adhesive is. How do we use that in paper crafting, or why do we use that in paper crafting? Is so that we can create something and stick our pieces of paper and our embellishments to each other to create a beautiful project. I'm just going to go through some of the different types of dry adhesives. So I'm just going to cross over to our other camera and go from there. So, hi everyone again. Okay, so here's a lot of different products here that we can use in our paper crafting to adhere one piece of paper or product to another piece of product. So let's start. Okay, so first of all you have the basics, which is double-sided tape. Double-sided tape is probably one of the most common things that paper crafters use, and it's one of my favorites. And so you can have lots of different widths and everything of these. So you've the double-sided tape, it comes in this one, which is 6mm, 3mm, which is a thinner version. You have your 1 inch, or that's about 1 inch version, and you can also go up as high or to this size roll of paper tape, double-sided tape. So the next thing we're going to go through, I'll show you how to use all those in a minute. We'll just quickly go through them all. You have your glue sticks, which come in different sizes and everything, and different colours. They all do dry white. Most important thing when you do use these is to make sure you put the lid back on, because they do dry out. Okay, so go back to those in a moment. The next thing we have is our tape runners. Tape runners are really easy, but they can be quite expensive when you're using them with your paper crafting. And we have our dimensional tapes or sheets. So this is for making a little bit of dimension in your project, so to make them raise up a bit. So you can get that in sheets like this and then cut it down to size, or you can get it in rolls, or you can get it in pre-cut squares like those. Okay, and one last thing that we're going to look at is the double-sided sheets of A4 or smaller, I think you can get, but these are really good for when you're doing die cutting or sticking large things to things. So, oh, and don't forget our Vellum tape, which is really good with vellum. All right, let's go through a couple of things. I'll just show you how they work. And we're going to start off with our double-sided tape. So we have our double-sided tape. It just peels off like that. Now you can put as much as you like on, or as little as you like on, so it just depends on you. I do like to go right round my project because I like it to make sure that it's going to stay on. So it's just pull and tear, because it's quite easy to tear. You don't need to cut, although some people do like to cut it. Now you can remove this with your fingernail quite easily. If you don't have fingernails or long fingernails, you can use a paper piercer, and that just slides under and is really easy to work with. And then sometimes I don't actually lift the whole thing up when I'm attaching to something, because I do like to be able to move it. So if you're not quite as your eye's not quite there, like mine's not just quite there for this one, Just be careful when you pull it off that you don't take the paper underneath. So, and then you just pull the rest of it off like that. Okay, so so that's double-sided tape, and as I said, they come in different widths. So if you were doing something that you needed if you had a narrow strip, you could use the narrow tape, which is quite thin, but it is used in exactly the same way. Okay, the next one we're going to use is a tape runner, is the tape runner. Now, lots of people like using this because it is quick and easy. So we're just going to go through and just put on the edge. As you can see, this one has little dots. You can get them that they're not, but haven't got dots, but there's all different kinds. There's big guns and small guns and refillable guns. Oh. And I think I might be at the end of my roll. That's the problem with these, you can't really tell when you're at the end of your roll. But I do have, I haven't got another one at the moment, but anyway. So I'll just finish off with a little bit of tape on the corner. And go from there. So, and that's quite easy to put on. Like that. And then we're going to use our third type, which is a glue stick. I might go for the smaller one. Go for this one. Oh, that's... No, we'll go for this one. Oh, backwards and forwards. Whoop. See how it's blue, but it does dry clear, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's underneath anyway, so then we're just going to line up and pop it like that. So there we go. I'm going to see, I have another one. I'm going to go through, I'll go through this one again because, just to make sure you realise that it can it's always the way when you're doing something. So we're just going to stick the whole card onto the back. So just roll it down. You can do it any way you like, and then just lining it up to your card and placing it down. Oh. And the next part here we're going to do, the next thing I'm going to do is explain to you how we can use it to double-sided tape to cut out dies. So you can use this because it's about this size. Now what you would do is you would use your piece of card and you would cut it to the size of the card. So if you wanted it that size, you would cut it to the size of the card. On this one I used the A4 paper and I just cut it to the size of my card, popped it in, then popped the die through the machine, and then I have this beautiful die cut that is easy to attach to my project instead of using different kinds of adhesives. I mean, you could use, I'm not going to use the whole lot of this, so I'm just going to go, and I could have cut this off before, but I wasn't really sure how much I was going to use, so, and then just pop that like that. Just fix that up later. And then we're going to do with these two pieces here is we're going to use our dimensional tape. So I'm going to show you the different kinds. So you can use these, which are the squares, and we'll do that on the first one, which is this one, and just pop them on. I use a paper piercer because I just find it easier with these. You can use two together. There's no rules on how many you use on each piece. I like to put some in the middle, but again, everybody is different in what they do, making sure we don't have that little piece of paper underneath. Get rid of that one. Do that one again. And last one. There we go. And then we just take off the first bit of the paper, the backing paper, and then we'll be able to use it to stick. Okay, oops, crash. So we're just going to line this up on this one and in the middle, and you can see how we have a little bit of height in there. So the next one I'm going to use the other type one. I'm just going to cut off, so you can cut this into any sizes you like, which is handy with these sheets. Doesn't matter how they're cut. Sometimes I pre-cut lots of these so that I can just pick them up and do them instead of having to cut them as I go. Making sure I cut. Last one, I'll just do, as I said, I like to put a piece in the middle. Okay, there we go. Get rid of those, get the tops of these, and placing it on our project in the middle at the top here. Okay, I would finish this off with another, with a sentiment, and as I did here, with a sentiment and colouring in the bee. That's sentiment is raised as well. Okay, well, I'm just going to go back to the face camera, and so we'll see you in a minute. Back again. Hi, how are you? Just to cover everything that I've done today, we have gone through dry adhesives and their uses with paper crafting. I hope you've got some value and out of that. So just going through the different types, you have the double-sided tape, you have tape runners, you have glue sticks, you also have your double-sided paper, which is good for larger projects, and also your vellum tape and your dimensional tape. So just going through those, and that's probably it for me today, and we will see you next time for our Papercraft Fundamentals videos. Thanks from Jenny, signing off for now. Bye.